What is the church? The word church comes from the Greek word ecclesia. Ecclesia means being called out or called forth. So, who calls? Well, God, of course. The Christian is called out of the world to follow Christ. The church, then, is the community of those who follow Christ and are united to Him and to each other. We're united to Christ through faith, hope, and charity. We're united to each other through the common profession of faith, through the celebration of the 7 sacraments, and the recognition of the proper authority of church. All of this makes us Catholic and living members of the church. And this brings us to the most common image of the church as the mystical body of Christ. Christ is the head, we are the members of His body. This biblical image shows us 2 things. First, just as a body cannot function without a head, so it is with the church. Without Christ, the church is nothing. He is the head. Jesus speaks about this in the parable of the vine. He is the vine, we are the branches. Separated from the vine, the branches can't bring forth any fruit. They wither. It's the same way with us. Christ, then, is the head of the church. He gives her direction, and without Him nothing would work. At the same time, as members of His body, we are called to work in the world that surrounds us. We are, so to speak, the hands and feet of God in the world. Second, the image of the body shows that the church isn't just an assembly of believers. A body only works because its different organs and parts work together. It's the same way in the mystical body of Christ. There are different tasks and offices. All parts of the church are ordered hierarchically to one another, and all of them are ordered to the head. Okay, now all of the faithful are members of this mystical body, and this includes not only those that currently wander this earth, but also those that have already gone before us, comprising those who still need purification and the ones who are already glorified in heaven. These 3 groups are referred to as those here on earth, the church militant; the church suffering, the souls in purgatory; and the church triumphant, the souls in heaven. There are also those who are ordered to the mystical body of Christ who perhaps have never heard of the church, but live justly and righteously before God, long for a Redeemer, and sincerely seek the Almighty. They might not yet belong to the church, but God assists them with His grace, so that they too can find the way into His people. At the same time, there may be people who belong to the church simply by virtue of their baptism, but because of the state of their soul, they are now merely dead members of the body of Christ.